No way back for Marcus Rashford. This and more as regards to the update. And we're going to break it down and we're going to react to all of the news updates and transfer rumors as of the year, as of today, 24th of March. So here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks Pod. We're going to be breaking down some of the latest news updates and all of the things that have been going on, especially when it comes to transfer and Manchester United. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. So the first update on our list, basically, obviously, we're going to break down every of the news and give our own point of views and reactions to all the news that we've been getting over the past 24 to 48 hours. So as of 48 hours ago, first and foremost, Manchester United are willing to stump up more than £50 million to land top defensive target Jared Brownwaite this summer. And that's from Mail Sports. So basically, I just want to know your thoughts and feelings about this one because Manchester United fans are a bit divided on the Brownwaite situation. Most fans want Brownwaite, other fans don't. So he's a young player. We're going to go through his profile. He's a young player who has potential. I mean, left sided center back. So we don't really like, I mean, we're losing about three center backs in this summer. Most likely Johnny Evans, who hasn't seemed to who has not seemed to come back from his injury. Uh, Victor Lindelof as well, right? So and then basically we don't have Lisandro Martinez until January 2026 because he had an ACL injury. And then we are relying on Aiden Heaven and Lenny Yoro as well as Matthias de Ligt. So we might need two defenders. So hearing this, I don't I don't know if Man United will have the money, but if people go and basically maybe contracts end and we have spaces in the squad as well as the wage bill being freed up, then I don't see this. There should be some truth in it, even though it's from Mail Sport. We haven't really seen maybe so much updates with regards to that, with regards to how basically Man United can pull this deal off. So I'm just gonna go through before we go into other news. We're just gonna quickly run through Jared Brantwaite's profile and just basically tell you basically all in this season. Basically, he's a 22-year-old defender, so there's a whole lot he can offer the squad on the Man United squad and all of that. From the left side, he's very athletic. He's played 1,806 minutes, and he started 20 games of 22 matches, and pretty decent with his ratings. He has one assist all season in the Premier League. Oh, in all competitions, including the Premier League. So I mean, pretty decent season this season, and he's been playing games, a good number of games this season, and all of that. So Gary Bantwait is not that bad of a defender, center back to play on the left side of the three. He's very athletic. He's played in that system before under Ruud van Nistelrooy. His traits when it comes to other center backs, top 9% in touches, shot attempt 36%, chances created 15%, 63% aerial duels won, 86% defensive action, and then goals 46% amongst all defenders. So Jared Brantwaite to Man United, according to the Mail Sport, Man United are willing to stump up the price of up to 50 million for the striker, 50 million pounds. So next on our list is Marcus Rashford. According to Team Talk, Aston Villa have the option to make their loan deal for Man United's Marcus Rashford permanent this summer for £40 million. I just watched the England versus Latvia game, and Marcus Rashford did really well, playing both on the left and on the right until he was subbed off, I think, at the 80th minute and all of that. He was involved in, I think, two goals of the three goals that were scored. But in truth, this is someone who has been picking up his form, and he's been, getting his form back in a new environment in Aston Villa and got called up to the England squad. So that is a good positive for him as a player and all of that. So I mean, I'm not opposed to the deal because obviously it's going to be a good. I mean, it's going to be good for Man United as a whole. Like from his perspective, for Man United as a club, and all of that. So Marcus Rashford to Aston Villa, £40 million. If Aston Villa go far in the Champions League, or even if by some chance they win the Champions League, that will also be a good thing for him because I mean there's a good squad of young players where in Aston Villa that Marcus Rashford can thrive in. Um, yeah, there's a good squad of young players that Marcus Rashford can thrive in as a 27-year-old player. And with regards to his stats, he's doing really well at Aston Villa. Not much basically to say with regards to that. He's played a couple of games. Everybody's waxing lyrical about him. He's got 4 goals and 3 assists, all coming from both Man United and Aston Villa. 4 goals is in Man United this season. Shot accuracy 73%, pass accuracy 77% all season, you know, and he has a total pass accuracy of 77.8%, passes per 90, 30.18, touches per game 615, total crosses 34. So he's crossing more this season and all of that. So in the Premier League alone, basically, and then not to talk of Champions League. So Aston Villa could be in for Marcus Rashford, according to Team Talk. There is still more news on the Rashford situation, which we're going to talk about with regards to Amorim's thoughts and the rumors about Amorim's thoughts. So we'll give you that later. So for now, let's keep going. The next one is Manchester United to rival Man City in the race to sign Adam Wharton. Now, Manchester United and Man City are set to battle it out for Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Wharton this summer. Now, the question will be for you fans is which club should he join? I would say Manchester United. After all, we're losing a midfielder in Christian Eriksen, and there's no harm in adding one more defensive cover that will add some depth in our squad to Manuel Ugarte and also to help Bruno as well as, just, add a bit of bite to our squad with Toby Collier as well. We might need one more midfielder if we are able to get Watson, but I don't think it's going to come cheap. And this, according to Team Talk, I don't think it's going to come cheap. It's probably going to be around 50 to 60 million, but we'll dive in deep much later. He's been playing well this season. He was injured, albeit, and all of that. But yeah, Adam Wharton to Man United. What are your thoughts? Do you think Man United can pull this deal off? And if we can, how much do you think Man United can sign the player? So Adam Wharton to Man United. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything. And one thing I got to tell you before we move on to the next story is that liking and sharing and subscribing is free. Basically, you just need to share it on a social media platform. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us grow as a community as well, and all of that. So, yeah, Adam Wharton to United. Let me know your thoughts and feelings, and your opinions as well. So, the next one we have on our list is basically Barcelona will be willing to sell Ferran Torres for about £30 million, with Aston Villa, Manchester United, and Liverpool all interested. According to Fichajes, that should be a Spanish report. And basically, let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one. Ferran Torres, I think, was at Man City and then moved to Barcelona. And since then, I've watched a few games where he's played, and he's been kind of like a bit part player for Barcelona this season. So, Farhan, well, I don't know. For me, I don't think we need a player like him. Maybe we might need one more player in attacking in the attacking third or probably in the striking department, but not of Ferran Torres's ilk. Not saying that Ferran Torres cannot thrive at United. He can, but I wouldn't think that he will. Ferran Torres will do any different from what we have in the energy that we have in our attacking third. So, you know, it's age 25. I mean, he should be coming to his peak, if I am not mistaken, and all of that. So, yeah, he's a good player, scores goals. I mean, in La Liga this season, 7 goals, 2 assists, shot accuracy is 6.67, pass accuracy 76.9%, and all of 76.9%. Yeah. So basically, he's a good player, cross accuracy 9.09, minutes per goal 100. So, yeah. Ferran Torres, I'm not too sure about that, but let's see how it goes. It's according to Fichajes. That's the source. So over to the next one. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about Ferran Torres. Would you like him to come to Manchester United? If so, let me know in the comment section and as well. So the next we have on our list is another one that's pretty interesting. I brought this up in the last Manchester United transfer news. We talked about him, and now it is like so 48 hours ago, Manchester United have been regularly scouting Juventus star Kenan Yildiz ahead of a potential summer transfer. What I thought about this one, he's a good player, good midfielder, and all of that. So, I mean, this season he's played really well for Juventus, but Juventus just recently fired their manager in Thiago Motta. So, I, 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 I don't know. Maybe the new manager might want him and see him as a probably a good player that he can keep for the team especially for the Turkish international who is just literally 19 years old. And yeah, he's a forward player, can play as one of the two tens, and so can also play as a striker. He has 4 goals and 2 assists this season. His pass accuracy is 86.2%. Touches per game 1,206, or um the total crosses 56, with 3 total touches rather. Minutes per goal, that's where the issue is. 469.8 minutes per goal. So that's a long streak amongst, like, just in the Serie A totally. So basically, young player has a lot in front of him, right? Can play as an attacking 10 and probably as a forward player. So according to Tutto Sport, Man United have been regularly scouting him ahead of a potential summer move. What do you think about this one? Is Kenan Yildiz going to be a good player, or is he going to be a player that Man United should go for? So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one. Next on our list is a one that we have been interested in before, but I really don't know about this one. I really don't know because he hasn't been playing as many games. We were interested in him during the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era, and we're also interested in him, I think, before under Ten Hag as well. Manchester United keen on signing Newcastle midfielder Sean Longstaff. This is according to Lee Ryder. Not sure about this one. Not really sure about this one. Sean Longstaff doesn't seem to be, maybe a squad player. Maybe a squad player if maybe someone like Casemiro goes, but I'm not. I would not be particularly hyped about this one because he has barely played in the Newcastle team, basically being put on the bench by Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton in that midfield, as well as uh, Tonali in that midfield of so Tonali, Joe Linton, and Guimaraes has been the favorite three of the midfield, and he's 27 years of age, so should be doing super well. I mean, this season should be on top of his game this season. But yeah, he's a good player, defensive midfielder. But basically his stats don't really, 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 really speak per se for him. So if we're not going to go by stats, we're going to go by eye test. Basically what we've seen. Now, if we're gonna go by that, I don't think Longstaff is a Man United player. He's a Man United kind of player. So it is what it is. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one, and we move on to the next one, which is one that I would not be opposed to because I watched him play yesterday against the United States, and he was good. He scored a goal, and he's been good for Lille over the past couple of years, and he's been consistent. And it seems like he's not going to sign a new deal and obviously he's available for free in the summer, and so many clubs are interested in him, and that is Jonathan David, Canadian international striker. Jonathan David. Several Manchester United offers. This is according to Sean Connolly on X. Says several Manchester United officials are actively engaging in talks for a potential summer move for Jonathan David. I will not be opposed to that one. He can play as one of the tens. He played as a supporting striker for Canada against the United States in the game with a 1-2-1. And I will not be opposed to Jonathan David coming to United. Man United have always been interested in him at some point. He's a good goal scorer. He has good stats. He turns up every season. He's 25. He has a lot going for him. And he's a good player. Played in Champions League this season as well, albeit he scored some goals. This season, scored 14 goals and 3 assists just in League One. And then in the Champions League, he's got 7 goals and 2 assists. In Coupe de France, he's got 3 assists. And then in the CONCACAF Gold Cup, he played, Nations League rather. He couldn't play in the Gold Cup because we were playing the Nations League. And he scored a goal in the third place match they played, and all of that. In Copa America this season, he scored 2 goals, right? And then let's focus on his league performance. Shot accuracy, 64%. Pass accuracy is 82.1%. And, been playing really well. Minutes per goal, 136, decent for this season. And he's been playing really like back to back every season. I think he scores more than 10 goals per season. So, um, Jonathan David this season won't be opposed to that. He's a good player. Everybody, Manchester United was interested in him in the past, but nothing came out of that. If we're going to go by his performance every like season for the last couple of years, then Jonathan David is a good prospect for Man United that can turn up. I mean, basically. So all season. This yesterday he had a over an 8.1 performance. I think he got 8.5 in rating. According to some sites, he scored 1 goal and created 1 assist, and he's been doing well all season, albeit pretty average or pretty okay, right? For a player, and he's 25, so there's still a lot going for him. So according to Sean Connolly, basically, there's a potential someone move for him, and Manchester United are interested, right? So then to one of the main news that we have, and we're going to talk about this and also talk about something else in that regard, and that is Marcus Rashford. So there has been news that Marcus Rashford, um, there's no way back for Marcus Rashford. I mean, Ruben Amorim, according to Sunday Star, I don't really believe all of that until I see a confirmed news from one of the top tier. According to Sunday Star, Ruben Amorim will not offer Marcus Rashford a Manchester United lifeline this summer, and United bosses will look to strike a permanent deal with Aston Villa for Rashford in the region of £60 million. I remember saying it just a few minutes ago that when they strike a deal for £40 million, and then we're hearing this £60 million according to Sunday Star. But we're gonna just go with that, but not really believe it until we see from like top tier journalists like David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano talking about Marcus Rashford. But then, according to that, there's news that my Amorim will not offer him a lifeline in Manchester United, but also because they've put a price tag on him, according to 90 Minutes as well as Sports View, there is also news that the new this is according to Stretti. I think it's according to Stretti Football or Stretti something, one of the news channels we've been following, and the Stretti News, and now Stretti News is saying, according to their sources, that the new number 10 for Manchester United will be crowned, and that number 10 is going to be Amad Diallo. So I think that Amad Diallo getting the number 10 jersey as Man United prepare for Marcus Rashford's exit will be too much pressure on him, but I think he's up to it. He's 22 and all of that. And then for Marcus Rashford, a sale for Marcus Rashford will be seen as pure profit, 60 million pounds or whatever the case, and then a lot of money off the wage bill, and as well as he's worth it, basically, even to Aston Villa, uh, provided they make Champions League next season. And I'll be happy for him as well. Manchester United academic graduate, he's shown himself and all of that, despite all the pressure of playing for Manchester United. And I believe that a new environment will be good for him. So Marcus Rashford to Villa, £60 million. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about that one. Is that a good deal? And all of that. And should Manchester United cash in on 27-year-old? Let me know in the comment section. I mean, he's playing for England now. He's had 2 caps back to back under Tuchel. So, I mean, it is what it is. Then the next one is on our list is the news that we don't like as Man United fans reporting every time. Luke Shaw has returned on grass training this week. And recent weeks have been focused on rehabilitation work, and he's now in a much better condition. According to this, according to Solly says, it says Luke Shaw has returned to grass training. The last time we heard Luke Shaw returned to grass training, 2 weeks later he got injured again and or had a setback and all of that. So Amorim loves Luke Shaw. He's one of the players that can play in one of the centre back roles, including especially in the left centre back, just like Lisandro Martinez, left-footed player and all of that. But I think for me, I think the time is up for Luke Shaw, and I wouldn't be opposed to either a transfer or a sale or something or whatever, or if his contract is ending. He played 9 years at the club, and Bruno Fernandes has had more playing minutes than him, and Bruno has literally just only played 5 years at the club. So I think time's up for Luke Shaw, new environment, or just go to a lower league or something. I don't know, another club, a new environment. Maybe that will help him recover from his injuries and stuff. So it is what it is. He has bided his time. We love him at the club. At one point, he was called Roberto Carlos, but it is what it is. So next is now, according to Daily Star, on the same Marcus Rashford issue, says there is no way back for Marcus Rashford and Manchester United while Ruben Amorim remains in charge. Like I said again, let me know your thoughts and feelings about that one. Then the next one we have on our list is Man United would only be willing, and that's for Rasmus Højlund. Man United will only be willing to sell Rasmus Højlund this summer if they were to recoup around £50 million for the striker. The source, Gazzetta dello Sport. Now, let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one. For me, you all know my thoughts. I want Rasmus Højlund to stay. I mean, he has a lot to offer the club. Rival fans are saying, "Oh, Osimhen is better." Nobody's doubting if Osimhen is better. Others are saying that, okay, why should Rasmus and Osimhen be in the same comment? Osimhen has been doing this from 19. I mean, I've been following Osimhen's career as well, and he's Nigerian. Nigerian striker has been doing this since when he was 19. Rasmus hasn't done much to prove that he's worthy of, leading Man United. Osimhen should be a better option to lead Man United and all of that. Yeah, Osimhen could have been at Man United if the price was cheap. If Napoli didn't put 80 million, 90 million pounds on him last season. So it is what it is. Rasmus Højlund, if Man United are intending to sell him, it will be for around £50 million. But I wouldn't, for me, want Rasmus Højlund to leave. I would love for Man United to sign a striker that is experienced, that can, make it easier for Rasmus, take the pressure off of Rasmus, and make it easier for Rasmus to succeed at the club. And then we can all build together. I miss the days when we used to have Wayne Rooney, Dimitar Babatov, Carlos Tevez, and Chicharito all in one squad, and they were all playing, right? So Chicharito Hernandez. So it is what it is. Then the next one we have on our list is on Jadon Sancho. There's an update. So Chelsea, this is as of about the last couple of hours, Chelsea will have to pay Manchester United £5 million if they decide to not make the Jadon Sancho's loan move permanent. Now, as things stand, they have an obligation to buy him for around £25 million. So to break the contract, they would have to pay Man United £5 million. The source, reliable um, and all of that. Top tier journalist David Ornstein. So Chelsea will have to pay Man United £5 million if they are to make Jadon Sancho's loan move permanent. So I also have another update on that, which I'll bring to you towards the end, which we're going to talk about that. But let me know your thoughts and feelings about Sancho. You all know my thoughts and feelings about Sancho. I mean, he can go. I mean, he hasn't worked out. I've heard rival fans talk about it. He hasn't worked out even at Chelsea and all of that. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about that, and we can build from there. Next one on our list is one we've brought to you a couple of days ago. I think 2 days ago. We said Manchester United were interested in this player, but now Manchester United, another news according to Florian Plattenberg, German Sky Sports journalist, Manchester United are tracking Borussia Dortmund's 24-year-old Germany midfielder Felix Mecha. Now, I talked about him. He's a good midfielder, built up. I mean, one player who can actually come into the squad and support Manuel Ugarte in the midfield. I mean, we also know this for a fact that he used to play for Man City in the academy level and then went to Dortmund. I mean, that should be some kind of pathway that for most players like Sancho and players like Mecha now. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about him. I haven't watched much of him, so I can't really tell you that okay, this is the guy that is going to change the whole midfield for us. But we need an extra body. And if Felix can come to Man United, then I will not be opposed to it. But let me know your thoughts. For those of you who must probably have more information about him, just put it in the comment section and then we can build from there. So Felix Imecha to Man United, according to Florian Prattenberg. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about that. And then to Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Manchester United are willing to trigger Victor Osimhen's £63 million release clause. 26-year-old. I mean, players in his generation, as regards to especially Nigerian players in his generation, are really playing well. Players like um, Ola Aina in Nottingham Forest, Victor Boniface at Leverkusen, and all of that. These are players in their even. I mean, 27-year-old players. We're talking 26, 27. Even like Alex Iwobi at Fulham. These are all Nigerian players playing well that came in the same kind of age group as Victor Osimhen. His early years, he was plagued with injuries. When Nigeria was supposed to go to basically major tournaments, but now he's turning up. He scored over the weekend. I think he scored 2 goals over the weekend for Nigeria to win. I think Nigeria were to win Rwanda in the World Cup qualifying stages. So was very instrumental to Nigeria's winning of Rwanda. So Victor Osimhen to Man United, I will not be opposed to that as well, but we should just not let Rasmus go, right? I mean, I would love to see Rasmus succeed, but Victor Osimhen would be a statement signing for Man United. But I don't know. Do we have the money to fulfill this? But this is according to a few hours ago. Gazeta IT, Man United are willing to trigger 63 million clause for £63 million clause for Victor Osimhen. So let's see how that goes. He's on loan at Galatasaray. Galatasaray? Yeah, on loan at Galatasaray from Napoli, right? And Napoli have since moved on with um this Belgian striker, Lukaku. So it is what it is. Next on our list is one who has the one that has divided my United fans. And first, when we signed this player, it was like, oh, it's revolutionary to our style of play. At the time with Eric Ten Hag and all of that, he was going to change everything. And preseason, we remembered him, having a stinker in a couple of games against Lille as well. But, well, André Onana is set for a move to Saudi Arabia this summer, according to Sunspot. Well, whatever Sun's saying, until we hear from the big ones, but the Sun saying that Onana is set for a move to Saudi Arabia. The truth is, I wouldn't be opposed to André Onana going to Saudi Arabia. Basically, I mean, there's a whole lot that he can offer, but then if he want, I heard a few weeks ago that he's willing to stay and fight for his place. But obviously, if Saudi Arabia has something to offer and we can recoup as much money as we signed him, even though we didn't sign him, we signed him good, but not as expensive as the most expensive player, expensive goalkeeper in Arita Balaga, right? For Bournemouth goalkeeper in Arita Balaga. But for André Onana, this might be good for him. Basically, Saudi. I heard also that he's changed agent to the same agent as the former Chelsea goalkeeper, and those agents kind of facilitated moves for him. But even though the news stating that he's willing to fight for his place is another one, but I wouldn't be opposed to him staying because I would also want us to sign a new goalkeeper that can rival him. That can Altebander is doing okay, but obviously Tom Heaton is going to leave, so we might need one more goalkeeper that will rival him. And then if Alte wants to, fine. If Alte wants to go to another club, that's also still fine. But if Andrew Nana is to stay and fight for his place, he needs to be worthy of being in the Man United number one goalkeeper. And he has made too many errors. He's had some good games, but more bad games than good games, more inconsistent performances than consistent performances. But I wouldn't be opposed to him staying as well. But if Man United was to sign another goalkeeper, there's rumors about that. I think we might bring that news to you later. But then it is what it is. Andrew Nana is set for a move to Saudi Arabia. That's what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this report, according to the Sun. So next on our list, still on Jadon Sancho, which I said I was going to bring to you. Like I said, according to the Athletic and David Ornstein, Chelsea must pay Man United 5 million if they opt out of turning Sancho's loan into a permanent deal. But we also have a reliable report from from Sky Sports. Well, we have a report from Sky Sports as at 6 hours ago that Chelsea are expected to sign Sancho permanently despite the get out clause. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about that one. That's the update on Sancho. Freedom merchant, it is what it is. Freedom fighter, you can go on to. I wish him all the best in doing better things, but Manchester United, it didn't work out for him, so he moves on. Next is Manchester United want to sign. This is on the goalkeeper situation that I just brought to you a few seconds ago. Manchester United want to sign either Royal Antwerp's Sene Le Mans or Leo's Lucas Chevalier, with Andrew Onana set for a move to Saudi Arabia, and this is according to the Sun. So, yeah, I mean, if the keeper is good enough, I've heard a lot about Lucas Chevalier. I've never heard anything about Sene Le Mans, but I've seen that Sene Le Mans has, I mean, it's trending on X and all of that. So if Man United is interested in doing that, and he's a good keeper that suits the system, I mean, I said something earlier that I think either I said on a podcast somewhere or I said it in on this channel that Ruben Amorim's system relies on a good goalkeeper, but must not be the best goalkeeper in the world. And we saw that at Sporting as well. He wasn't the best goalkeeper, but and it's an entire team structure, an entire team performance. So if Saint Lemon or Leos Lucas Chevalier um, can do a good job for Man United, then I won't be opposed to that. So if Man United can strike that deal, that's fine. There's too many players Man United to sign, but we might need to sell players to be able to pull some deals off. And if it's cheap enough, cheaper than even Onana, I think Onana was at 47 million or 20 something million, whatever the case. If it was cheap as even Onana, then it is what it is. We need to move on. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. And then another one, this is about 5 hours ago, it says Liverpool are willing to trigger Nico Williams' 60 million release clause, but they are determined to beat Arsenal, Aston Villa, PSG, and Manchester United to sign Nico Williams and are willing to trigger a 60 million release clause. That is also according to Todo Fichajes. So it is what it is. Nico Williams is a winger, right? He will be kind of like another another Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho. So that will not be what is suited for our system. But I mean, he could if he could play as a one or two tens. I've watched him, but I've watched him play more as a winger than an inside forward or one of the two tens. So it is what it is. Our system relies on midfield, wing backs, strikers, and defenders. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one, and we move to the next one. The next one is another player that I like, Cameroonian international and he is linked to Man United. According to Court Offside, Newcastle are ready to meet Brentford's asking price for Brian Buemo, according mid competition from Manchester United. So that's a player that can play as one of the 210s that I wouldn't be opposed to. He's a strong player. He has good outputs, especially in the Premier League for Brentford this season and all of that. So Brian Buemo, I think he's 26. 26, Cameroonian international, very powerful forward, can play in one of those 210s. I mean, he's someone that I admire as well. When I watch Brentford, I want him to thrive, but not against Man United. So, yeah, Brian Buemo is not a bad player for Man United. Plays in the African Cup of Nations. He played well for Cameroon, so I wouldn't be opposed to him being being a Man United player as one of the 210s. He's 25 years old. I said 26. He's 25. He's played well this season. Scored 15 goals and 5 assists. So good output, good outlet. He shot accuracy 64. I mean, basically, he tackles 34. He tracks back. Basically, he tracks back a lot, right? Total passes. Oh no, that's not important. It's 173 minutes per goal for all competitions and all of that. So Brandon Buemo to Man United. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one. According to Court Offside, Newcastle are ready to meet Brentford's asking price for Brandon Buemo amid competition from Manchester United. And another one, still on the Rasmus Højlund story, Manchester United chances of selling Danish striker, which is it just brings joy to my heart. Manchester United's chances of signing Danish striker Rasmus Højlund, of selling Danish striker Rasmus Højlund this summer are below 50%. That's according to Give Me Sport. It is what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one. I don't want Man United to sell him, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. The next one on our list is Jonathan David's representatives are in concrete talks with Arsenal, Man United, and Tottenham over a move for the Premier League to the Premier League this summer. That's according to Latent Sport. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this one. I want Jonathan David, but I can't get everybody that I want. So Jonathan David is a good player, strong, athletic, can play as a lone striker, and I can also play as one of the 210s. So it is what it is. One of the ones that we need might come and he'll help our squad get better. And he's in his, I mean, he might be a free transfer, a free agent. I mean, I talked about it earlier where when I was talking about Ruben Amorim and how he let go of 25 players in Sporting in his first year just to get the squad. And he got in a couple of free transfers and made Sporting the beast that they were and still are. To this day, the next one, oh, that's all about it, basically. And that was the last one we just brought to you. Um, Jonathan David to Man United. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about all of the news that we've brought to you and the transfers and all that. Is there any particular one that stands out for you that you feel like Man United can pull through and pull off and all of that? With that, just let me know your thoughts and feelings. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. And also, let me know your opinions, about certain transfers and striker targets and defensive targets. What midfielders do you think Man United need to bring in? What center backs do you think Man United need to bring in? The wing backs situation with regards to Manchester United, especially from the right wing back position. We will talk more about those ones pretty much in another video, but we're going to break down targets because we also need right wing backs as well as midfielders and strikers, as well as the 210s who are also midfielders, who can also be forward players, right? So let me know your thoughts and feelings about that, and I'll see you on the next one. If I see any news, and I'm going to just only bring you news that I know that's credible, that we can react to. Anyone that is not credible, we'll talk about it, but we might not really it might not hold water until we are able to verify that it's very credible. So let me know your thoughts and feelings, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.